Welcome to Crimson Guitars and welcome to a video tutorial experiment bit of craziness. It is currently 1:30 in the afternoon, and if I don't leave the workshop around about 5 o'clock, my wonderful wife, who is currently stuck at home with 3 screaming wonderful children whom I love and adore, will start getting very angry at me. The problem is, I have also just decided, upon being given this little bit of wondrousness, I have decided that I'm going to build a cigar box guitar in the 3.5 hours I have remaining to me today. I have never built a cigar box guitar. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have a slight advantage in that, I've built 150 odd real guitars. Real guitars. You cigar box people are going to be watching this and going, my instruments are real. Anyway, look, in all seriousness, I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, and frankly, why not? I'm going to film it, I'm going to build this instrument, and we'll see what happens. I am actually doing this as a precursor to potentially going into a range of our own cigar box kits to complement the kit guitars that we're starting to produce, and maybe even produce a range of cigar box instruments to go in shops. It's something that really appeals to me. Now, I have got one box. I have got a pre-slotted fretboard that is also radiused, although most cigar box guitars don't seem to have a radius fretboard. I'm not sure why this was in my timber store and what the mistake was. Maybe it's 23 frets, not 24. Anyway, it was in our timber store, and I have a length of, it's actually Goncalo Alves, but frankly it could have been anything. This just happened to be the one piece of wood that I could find that was around about the right width. And I have some tuners. I don't know why, but I have a set of 5 tuners, which is a bit, strange. So I've taken 3 of those, and I also somewhere, here we go, I have some old keys that I got in a car boot sale, and that's your bridge and nuts sorted out, isn't it? Or at least the bridge. Anyway, I'm going to do this, and let's see where we end up. Where do I start? I literally don't know. Okay, no, I do. Here we go. Well, we're going to work this from the fretboard, and we want a little bit of a headstock. So, seeing as this is a cigar box instrument, we're just going to go for it. We're going to give ourselves a little rough headstock there, and yeah, we've got more than enough length. I am going to get a hand plane out and plane this flat, and from there we will put the fretboard on, I suppose. Actually, I've just realized that this is a very, very long piece of wood, and I need to plane it down, which means I'm going to cut it to the right length first. First of all, I'm going to work out how many frets I want, let's say 22, and cut off the excess that is not required. Woohoo! So I did have the full 24, and let's cut the excess off. I really do need to clamp these things down. I'm not going to rush too much. Okay, So that's cut off to length. I've already marked out where I want my what my headstock to sort of begin, so we'll go there. And then it's the length of the body, the body box. And we need, oh, you can't see that. Come on then. So everything's done based on the end of the fretboard, really. So we put the fretboard there, the body, that's where it's going to come through the box, and then we want some sort of a tailpiece arrangement there. So I'm going to lose myself about 8 inches of material, which is not required. So let's cut the excess off. Now I'm aware that when you build a kit guitar, you're probably not really likely to have a collection of fine hand tools and Japanese saws and the like. But that's the joy of these wonderful guitars. You can make them with minimal tools and come up with something that's completely worth having. Now, I could run this over the planer thicknesser, but frankly, I love using hand planes too much, so I'm going to do that. Oh, I'm in a rush. I haven't even checked the grain direction. Dagnammit. It's going both ways. All right, fair enough. So this is Goncalo Alves. Or Gonzalo Alves, actually. And it's a fairly substantial hardwood. Who used this last? Aha! Okay, so yeah, this is cross-grain. This is all over the place. But all we're after is flat. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to try, because this is cross-grained and all over the place, I'm going to have a low angle plane. And let's see what happens then. No matter how fast you're trying to do something, quality is the goal, really. So a low angle and a slicing cut has got me a finish that's close enough to what we need, and our fretboard will just sit on there quite nicely. I'm going to change the direction actually, because it turns out this is highly figured, and that's where the neck is going to be, and that's less figured, so we might as well have the nice flamed bit and the headstock at this end. Now, I want a headstock break angle. So let's put that in. Fixed bridge instruments need, well, 15 degrees or so. No, they don't really. What they need, if you've got a tremolo, you want a headstock break angle of 9 degrees or less, and a fixed bridge, maybe 10, 12 degrees or more is the general rule. Okay, now we are not going to have a truss rod in here at all, which means that, oh, I need to cut that. I need to cut that and make that nice. The wondrous Japanese saw file. These things are amazing. Normally I would use a blow angle block plane for this and clamp it down properly. Anyway, that's now square enough. So what I'm doing is putting that in place, working out where the end is, and that's where my box is going to go, and we're sorted. Now I know where my box is going to go, I can draw my neck at. No truss rods, only 3 strings. I do still want it to be, oh, give me a pencil. Fairly substantial though. So, just because I'm paranoid about not having a, oh no, about not having a truss rod. Luckily I have a bandsaw. If you only have a jigsaw, you could use that for this. We're also in the process of moving this bandsaw out of this room, so it's in a bit of a mess. I'm going to cut the headstock break angle, and I'm going to cut all the excess away to give me my neck shape. So, yeah, bring on the noise. So next up I am going to plane the headstock flat. Just use that pencil to hold it in place and try not to stab myself on the neck as I go past. I need a scrub plane. This Goncalo obviously is really, really hard stuff. And if your planes are not perfectly sharp, it's a bit of a struggle. I need to find a sharp plane. Woohoo! You hear the difference there? There we go, we're done.